Sneh, the Lavish Alchemist. Welcome to my channel. On here, I like to have discussions about the esoteric, spirituality, and just discussions about energy in general. I hope everyone is doing well. I know I owed you this video yesterday on a Friday, but I got so caught up with so many things. And it's so funny because today's topic just ties into conversations that I've been having with different people in my life, important people in my life, people that I run into as a creative, to other creatives. Today's topic is about creativity, your creative power, which is the same as sexual energy. So we're talking about sexual energy in regards to creating things and how important and vital that it is for you as a spirit living in this having this human experience to create things for yourself. I am having just a bit of tea. It's a bit cold. Um, it's just a little bit cold. But yes, I'm just gonna sip on my tea. So when I have discussions with clients, when we talk about their dreams and hopes, 9 times out of 10, the person is at the planning phase or the phase of thinking and having these visions. I want to create this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then not much action is taken, right? And I realized that I've been there personally. I can only 9 times, most of the time, speak about things that I've been through, right? I've been there where you have so many ideas and you don't take action. You just plan and plan and plan, and then you make up so many excuses. Oh, it's this, it's that. So many people are doing this, so many people are doing that. And it's like, sweetie, people are going to be doing things all the time, okay? If you have an idea and really it's tagging on your heart and your spirit really desires to create this, to bring this forth, you're not taking the action, and I mean especially inspired action, is you sort of not fully indulging in your power as a human being, as a spiritual being. Creation and creating is a part of us. It's all we know how to do. If you look around you, everything was an idea. You know what I'm saying? This phone, makeup going live. It is testament of our human experience. It is the juiciest kind of thing you could ever do is to create. Think about it. Creating just the basic thing of like creating a human being in that juicy sense. I'm talking about ideas, projects. When you have an idea, 9 times out of 10, it is a download, okay? A lot of you are getting downloads, but you're keeping them in. This can actually cause a kind of depression when you don't create, especially if you are a creative being, which everyone is. But I mean, the kind of person that gets a lot of ideas. Those ideas and that creative energy is source in you, reminding you who and what you are, which at the core of you is a creative being. You create naturally. If there's only one thing you have in this life, it is energy, right? Energy cannot be you cannot it cannot be destroyed. It is only transmuted and transformed, right? You come with this in this vessel as spirit in this human body. You come with energy. You have so much of it, ample amounts of it, right? You feel it moving in your cerebral, in your mind, in your heart, in your root, in your sacral, everywhere. So many energy points. So many. You have this energy. You have this ancient thing, this timeless thing living in you that wishes to create. I believe most of us here came to create things. And I think sometimes needing to feel like maybe what you're creating, some people feel like they don't want to create because maybe they feel like what they are creating has to be so different and profound. You should be creating for the sake of, just for the sake of creating sometimes, right? And I don't mean like creating something mindless that can harm people. I mean creating something because you desire to do so. If you have an idea that has been brewing, and I know you guys do, because you guys are creative beings or human beings, a lot of you are supposed to be starting your projects, doing this, doing that, and you have, and I speak to myself too, you have like this resistance because I feel you, some of us are perfectionists, right? We want it to be so perfect. It does not have to be. Okay? In the beginning, whatever you're wanting to create, you should be doing it. I put a lot of ginger in my tea, but you should be doing it for the sake of letting this divine inspiration just flow out of you. Let it flow out of you. Let it flow out of you. Just let it flow out of you. A business idea, creative idea. I don't know if you want to sell. Whatever you want to sell, let it flow out of you. Stop holding it in. It becomes distractive and then it causes so much chaos in different areas in your life because you're not balanced. You find yourself then taking this energy and maybe moving it somewhere else where it becomes chaotic. How can I I'm trying to look for an example where we do that. Or you run away from your creative power and you run towards someone who's creating and you want to help them because it feels better that way to run away from what you're doing and what you're supposed to be doing. So instead you become a caretaker and you just facilitate other people's creation. Stop doing that, okay? You deserve to indulge in the pleasure of creating things, whatever it is. Do it, create, indulge in your creative power as a human being. It is so lovely, it is so refreshing, it is so revitalizing. It is your birthright to create. There is ample energy for you to create. There are people that are out there that will love your creation, right? But you shouldn't even be worried about that sometimes. You really need to create for you. Put it out there. Put your stuff out there. Okay? Trust. Trust. You are a human being given energy. This thing is already set up. Think of, like, I feel like we like to think of ourselves as the exception. Like, oh, maybe with me it won't work and whatever. That's not what we're talking about here, okay? You should just put yourself out there, be in that flow. Let it flow out of you continuously. Let the spark that's within you, let it grow out of you, tending to it. Follow it. Follow that spark. I just feel like a lot of, as people, our experiences can be just so much more pleasurable and juicier if we would just allow ourselves to just tap into that childlike awe of wanting to do and create things without putting so much pressure on yourself. Because Because we have life force energy in us. You have people that you will attract automatically. Okay? Don't worry about 10 steps ahead. Use what you have, be resourceful. Don't let your mind play games with you, especially your subconscious. Don't let it play games with you and put obstacles as to why you can't have what you have. You can have what you have, maybe at a small scale. You know, I feel like, say for instance, you want to sell products. I say budget for maybe like buying 5 products of whatever you want to sell those 5. Learn to take big ideas and breaking them up into like little goals. It is so satisfying. I know for me, especially when it comes to when wanting to manifest, I feel like when it comes to like manifestation, people just like overcomplicate things. Okay. They just overcomplicate the whole process. They just get into their heads too much. I think I never even lately, I think it's been a while since I've been worried about like manifesting, because I'm just in the flow of creating what I want, and I just know that because I'm tapping into a source that is infinite, because I'm tapping into and I'm aligned to my own path, I will be given ample opportunities within that stream of consciousness, right? When as I move towards it, as I tune into it within me, with my energy field, which with everything just and it doesn't have to be perfect. I think letting go of needing things to be perfect, needing everything to make sense, needing all the steps, no. Okay? You're a human being living a human experience. Create, do it. That business idea, that I don't know if you want to sing, if you want to do fashion. I see a lot of people doubting themselves. What are you going to like, why not spend this time on earth just taking pleasure in the things that just light you up? The things that you think about all the time. What's the point of being on earth if you're not going to indulge in your own creative sexual energy? This is actually a sexual energy discussion, okay, because creative energy and sexual energy is one and the same thing. It is so empowering when you empower yourself through creation, through the energy of creation, through the energy of your sexual nature. Don't deny yourself. Don't deny yourself. Don't deny yourself the things that you know are tugging in your heart. Don't deny yourself the things that you know you're supposed to be doing. Start little, start small. Break that goal down into a weekly, a daily thing. Okay, if I want to create right now, what the little do I have? I know people, I know people just like to, it's like the subconscious sort of does this where it will make whatever is being desired to come through, it will make it seem so big that the idea of doing it is exhausting within itself. Look at what you have right now. I don't know what it is that you desire. I know there's a lot of people that have this desire, because this message, this I've channeled this message so many times and wrote it down and just haven't had the time to just sit down and record it. But break it down. Okay, Spirit is just saying break down the idea. Look at your routine. What is in your routine that is honoring you and what is not? A lot of people, especially women, we do this. We have routines that honor everyone on a daily basis. Everything is honoring everyone around you except you. Does your routine even honor your own divine creative sexual energy? Does it honor what you are wishing to bring forth? Is it energizing it, or is it denying it or taking away from it? Look at your routine. If you know that you have ideas, or you feel that creative spark within you at a certain time in the day, study yourself and see, okay, at this time in the day I usually have this idea and I have this inspiration, because I'm telling you, your guides, your higher self is always sending you so much energy to do this specific thing that is brewing inside of you. But all a lot of people what a lot of people do is just hold themselves back and let this energy become very chaotic within them, causing a lot of destruction, causing then eventually a lot of depression and sadness. Create. Look at your daily routine. Are you honoring yourself? Are you facilitating whatever it is that you're trying to birth? Are you growing it, or are you watering it? Are you denying it? Are you acting like it's not there? It's gonna grow and it's gonna become bigger and bigger. And these things, they continue to follow you wherever you go. Okay, because it's a part of you. When you want to create something, spirit really sends you all the messages that you need to spirit sends you, what do we call it? We call them not subliminal messages, but like, I forgot what it's called, but spirit will send you all these aligned things. And if you feel like, oh, maybe I'm just like going crazy, like I will use anything to help me help keep myself motivated, whatever I need at the time. And I'm like, okay, that's a confirmation. Yes, spirit sends you a lot of confirmations, and it's like some people just want to miss it, and they'll come to someone like me and I'm like, oh yeah, you might be seeing this, and then they're like, oh yes, I've been seeing that. Guys, you guys are so tapped in already. Trust yourselves, okay? Trust, create. Please create. You will feel so good about yourself. And don't do it from a point of needing external validation. Do it from a point of proving, not even proving, but indulging in the fact that you are connected to souls who cannot help but continue to create. It is your birthright. It is something that you should indulge in, make things. It is such a part of our human experience. We like, as humans, we like to make things. We are curious. We like to experience things. We like to tear things apart and build them up again. We like to fuse things with other things. It's just a huge part of humanity, is to just create, to have, to use this energy that is within us to experience things, to bring forth different kinds of experiences. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. And I'm telling you, as you master whatever it is that you are in, people will come regardless. And if you feel like they don't, you should do it because it pleases you. It should, you should be in such, you should be so in it that you could care less at the same time what people think. But at the same time, it's like you're creating because you love it, and people around you might love it too. It doesn't matter. Okay, we are in what, August? I think it's August now. Yes, we're in August. Whatever ideas that you've had, get back to the drawing board. Be realistic. Okay, I know we manifestors, and I know we believe in a higher power, or whatever you want to call it. Be realistic. Don't overwhelm yourself by setting goals that are just so, they just look like, if you look at it, you'll just get so fatigued. Break it down. Treat yourself like a little toddler that needs to break little things down, and maybe set aside a time where, if you have a very busy schedule, set aside time to work on one specific thing for that day. And I'm telling you, you're going to feel so proud of yourself by the end of the week, that, oh, okay, I dedicated at least 3 days to this thing that has been brewing inside of me, that I've been wanting to create. And a lot of you, guys will sit in your office, wherever you are, and you're thinking of these ideas and you're channeling them in so effortlessly, but you deny yourself the pleasure of creating. It is an orgasmic experience to create as a human being. It is your birthright to create, okay? And you will be given ample opportunities. People will be sent to you because it's just the way it works. It's just the way it works. Do it, please, okay? And don't be hard on yourself. Just do it for the sake of enjoying. I love to create things. I had been for the longest time in a stagnant phase in my life where I was just overthinking too many things. And now that I do it, I don't think people realize how many people don't know exactly what they're doing, but because they are honoring their own divine birthright of creating, and it's being met with with just a good response, because you will be met with good things as you align to your own true journey. They are being propelled by spirit to move forward, because that's just how it works. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait to have it all figured out when you want to create things. You start. If you even want to, like, if you want to, I know we've done this because, we're all human, where you go maybe to a restaurant or you see something and you think to yourself, this could have been done better. Like, maybe the service wasn't good or the food wasn't perfect. But you go back a few, maybe years later, even months down the line, and they have improved. That's the power of creating. As you are creating, you can improve. And you should take that as, hey, let me start. I know a lot of companies, people, and things years back, maybe they didn't have they didn't have really good quality, or maybe their service wasn't so good, but as the years went, they improved. And it's very inspiring. Use that to your advantage. I know sometimes, I don't know if you watch a bad movie and it's like, oh my God, the movie's so bad. I salute people because I know what it takes to execute an idea. Sometimes some things seem better in your head, and then when you do it live, it's like, oh God. But I have this respect for people that create, because I know how it feels to think something is going to come out one way and then it comes out the other. I still have that respect that you dedicated time to whatever that you're creating, because as time goes, if you study your craft, you will get better. So please, okay? I know this wasn't like a super, spiritual discussion, but I've realized that it's important to have very practical discussions, because I feel like people get lost. I don't know if you guys can see my dress. You guys can't see my dress. Like, and I dressed up for you guys. Can't see my dress. But I know we get so lost in all of this spiritual, um, how can I put it? Woo woo ness. We get lost in the sauce, that sometimes we just need to be grounded and get back to the practical basics, so we can actually take all of that divine energy and anchor it into the physical and enjoy its benefits. Because I know a lot of you are doing all of this spiritual work, but you're not taking the action that you need to. Action still needs to be taken. We are living in the 3D, we're not in the fifth dimension, okay? You take inspired action on this plane, and you will be met with the reaction that you are looking for. While you're doing your affirmations, I have put out a new affirmation, for business and money. Look, whatever ideas that you have, uh, things are just, it's just different when you're doing all this spiritual work and you're taking inspired action because you trust a lot of people. You're here on YouTube, watching one video after the next, one video after the next, waiting for your favorite top 5 manifestation coaches to tell you this, and you're sitting. It doesn't do anything for you if you're not going to be practical about the things that you're learning. That means you're a scholar. That's the difference between becoming a practitioner and a scholar. A scholar is just studying the stuff. It's just theory. It needs to move from it being theory and then move to it to you being an actual practitioner, so you can see how these things actually unfold as you take the steps that you need to take. It will unfold and you will have your own theory and see, oh, okay, when I, put these laws into practice, put all of this stuff into practice, what's the point of doing all these full moon things and all these new moon things if you don't even trust that if you take the inspired action that you will be met with, the kind of opportunities, people, places, and things that you need. It will come together. It always does. And if you feel like you're lost, you will always be redirected. You just have to trust. Don't try to be God. Don't try to be the universe and your ancestors. These things are already in place. You have ancestors. The angels are there. Everyone is just everything, depending on what you believe in, everything is just waiting for you to realize and actualize into your power. You need to actualize the things that you learn. You need to let them sink into your body. Don't let it just be a mental exercise and a mental thing. It has to be felt, especially in your womb if you're a woman. Especially in your womb. Your womb will be so empowered as you try to birth whatever you're trying to birth. Listen to your womb. Whatever she is wishing to create, whatever's brewing inside of her, whatever she keeps knocking to you and letting you know, hey, I want this, I want this experience, I want this, do it. Because why not? Honestly, like, my only reason is why not? Do it. Okay. Do it. I just like doing what I like, guys. I believe in doing the things that make you happy, doing the things that you want, even at a small scale. I understand, like, some women are married, they have kids and all of that, and I say all the time, it's so important when you, especially when you have kids, to show your kids that we, especially kids, believe by seeing what you do. If they see you as a mother going forth, tuning into this powerful thing that is within you, they within themselves will have a confidence that, hey, when I move towards something, even if I can't see in the physical reality, I can't see evidence of it, but I feel it and I'm tapping into it. You inspire other people and even your kids. You just inspire people that you don't even know. It helps us all feel like, oh, we can go forth and create whatever we want to create. So do it. Do it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Do check me out on TikTok. I think I have my TikTok up on my header. Instagram, I don't really go live on Instagram. Yeah, I don't go live on Instagram. I go live on TikTok and try out the new meditations that I put there. Do all of this knowing that you are also, when you have the impulse to take action, you're taking action. You trust yourself. The laws will never change for you. You are not the exception. I know we like to feel special, and that's good, but these laws, if you're following the laws, these laws exist and they will never bend. You work with the law, you work with the universe, you work with your guides, and you trust that you will get what you need and want according to what you need and want right now. Don't think about what you're gonna need and want 5 years and try to live in a way where you don't honor your present, and then now you're creating this weird friction because you're here, but you're in the past, and then you're also in the present. Everything is in the here and now at this present moment. So there's never a better time to start than now. take the first step, and then after the first step you take the second step, and then you keep moving. If on the journey you feel weighed down, you take breaks and then you get back up again. This is part of your human experience. We are unfortunately not in the fifth dimension, but we can still feel the effects of the fifth dimension while we're in this dimension right here, okay? And I think I'm going to leave it there. Yes, I love you all. See you in the next video.